It is just the way things are in the world, like gravity. We can try very hard to make something stay the same, but it will change anyway. Life is like a river. If we try to hold on to the way things were, we will only suffer and be let down. Things change. Giving up something frees us, and happiness only comes from being free. As long as we hold on to something in our hearts, like fear or things, we can't be free. Your level of awareness can be best judged by how you handle problems in your life. It is common for someone who is already unconscious to become even less conscious. It makes someone who is already conscious a lot more conscious. A task can either wake you up or put you to sleep even more. What starts out as a normal dream of being unconscious turns into a nightmare. Giving up doesn't mean you don't care about what's going on. Instead, it means that we handle things in a smart and right way. Language can be useful or harmful. Mindful speech can bring true happiness, while careless speech can cause death. Sometimes forgiving someone just means that we decide not to hold on to our anger any longer because we know it is hurting us. It's like a garden in the heart. It can make you feel love or hate, kindness or fear. What kind of plants do you want to grow there? Spiritual practice is all about connections, whether they are with ourselves, with other people, or with the things that happen in our lives. Giving up your life story and all the hopes and fears that go with it is the only way to clear your mind and let your heart open up. Love bears with us and is kind. Love doesn't get angry. There are no waves of bravery that love creates. Love doesn't act rudely. It doesn't seek its own. It doesn't let itself be begged. It doesn't blame others for bad things. It doesn't enjoy wrong, but it enjoys the truth. She puts up with everything, believes everything, hopes for everything, and puts up with everything. If someone makes you hurt, it's because they are suffering inside, and it's coming out. We need to help them, not punish them. That's what they want to say to you. Letting go of the past and understanding that starting over is the way forward, even if something was wrong, is what it means to forgive. People are so used to living quickly because of their culture that they are numb to other drugs and even speed. When things are like this, it's hard to stay in our bodies and connect with our minds, let alone connect with other people and the world. Real peace of mind comes from understanding that every stage of life is important. Don't do or say anything when you're mad. Take deep breaths in and out until you feel calm. People lose touch with themselves and each other when they are too busy with the things of the world. This moment is the only one we have. It's the only one that opens and expands in front of our eyes every day and night. Moods change like clouds in a windy sky. Breathing consciously is what holds me down. That's how real intelligence works, in silence. The silence is where ideas and answers to problems can come from. People who have realized the truth about life and death and who have found and freed their kindness in the world are called Buddhas. It's very important to do simple things like smile and breathe consciously. They have the power to change our society. The Buddha said that when a wise person is in pain, they think, "What have I done so far to free myself from my pain? What else can I do to get through it?" People who are stupid, on the other hand, ask, "Who did this to me?" Mindful eating helps us bond with the food that comes from nature, other living things, and the universe, and it shows our appreciation for that food. At first look, some changes may seem bad, but they make room for new things. Take everything in. Take in everything the gift gives you, as if you had picked it out yourself. Don't fight what you have. Work with it. Happiness comes from inside, while pleasure always comes from outside. When you feel negative emotions, don't see it as a sign that you've failed. Instead, see it as a helpful message that says, "Wake up." Forget about the past and be in the present. To have wealth, you must first see the good that is already in your life. The power to make the future better is in the here and now. By eating well now, you can build a strong future. When we try to get to know each other and accept and understand each other's beliefs, we gain real respect. By doing this, we can learn to respect and admire each other. We learn how to let go and stay calm during times of change through meditation. After realizing that nothing stays the same and we can't hold on to it, and that holding on to things causes us a lot of pain, we also understand that the smarter thing to do is to calm down and let go. Love your family very much. Being grateful for your friends is like having the most valuable things in the world. You don't need money to enjoy them. Meditation or prayer alone won't bring about change. You have to do something. Don't let other people's actions make you feel bad about yourself. People today are kept busy so that they don't have time to think about what their lives and the world are all about. When there is noise outside, there is noise inside of thought. And when there is silence outside of thought, there is silence inside of thought. A person who doesn't learn much moves slowly through life, like an ox. He gets stronger, but not in heart. In the selfish world we live in now, there is a chance that people will become slaves to money, like small parts in a big machine that makes money. This has nothing to do with respecting human rights, freedom, or real well-being. People should help property, not the other way around. You should think about who you are talking to more than what you are talking about if you are smart. After he does this, he will not say anything he will later regret. It's better to be slow and right than quick and wrong. People are just friends to us. We don't see them as people. That is the mistake. It's how you think about something that makes it good or bad. The need for power doesn't come from being strong, but from being weak. As much as possible, keep your mind on your body. This will help you stay in the present moment. You don't get lost in your thoughts or in the real world. You may still have thoughts, feelings, fears, and wants, but they won't be too much for you to handle. If you always worry about making a mistake, you will never do anything right. Don't worry. If you feed a dog that is sick, it won't bite you back. That's what makes dogs different from people. When people know how to beat themselves, they are born to do great things. Above and below, there is a spot where we can meet. No one is against anyone else here, and no one criticizes them. There, people who care about and value each other meet and help each other. It's not like there are any opinions or bad feelings. There is contact, and people's thoughts don't have to be the same. They can and should be different, because that's what makes for good debate and improvement. The best gift of all is helping people stay strong in the face of fear. We are responsible when we know things. Question: is there life after death? No, the question is, are you living before you die? There is no point in having faith without love. Great talks don't make people who they are. Hard work and personal success do. It's a state of mind to wait. It means that you are interested in the future. You want what you don't have more than what you have. Any kind of waiting makes you unknowingly feel torn between where you are now, where you don't want to be, and where you think you will be in the future, where you do want to be. Because you lose the moment, this makes your life much less good. A natural mind is better than almost any level of education. However, no amount of education can replace a natural mind. Character is what earns respect and credit, not how much you know. Remember that your mind is a tool. You turn it off again when you're done with the jobs it was made for. In fact, 80 to 90% of what most people think is not only pointless and repetitive, but it's also often so disordered and negative that it's actually damaging. Think with your whole body, not just your mind. Take a look at bees if you want to get rich. They get honey from flowers without hurting them. In fact, they help the flowers. Get your money without hurting the people who give it to you, and it will slowly grow. Each person has a unique purpose for coming into the world. He needs to get something done, say something, or finish a job. To get what you want, you have to do what seems impossible. A big fall can lead to a lot of happiness. You should live your life in every way possible, including good, bad, bitter, sweet, dark, light, summer, and winter. There are two sides to everything, so don't be afraid to have adventures, because you will become more grown as you gain experience. You'll wake up one day and not have time for the things you've always wanted. Do them now. Some people are weak and can't forgive, but strong people can. You have nothing to worry about. You have given someone power over you if you are afraid of them. When you die to your ego, you'll start living your true life. Every life is valuable, and everyone has the right to be happy. This includes people, animals, and everything else. All of the living things on Earth, including birds and wild animals, are our friends. They live in the same world as us. If you want to say more, put it through 3 sieves. The first one should only let true things through. The second should only let good things through. And the third should only let important things through. You can go ahead and use what has been through all 3 sieves. Weeds destroy the land, and greed destroys people. The smart person learns from everyone and everything. The average person learns from his own life, and the stupid person already knows more than anyone else. Live a good and honest life. You will enjoy it when you are grown and look back. Being able to live in a society that doesn't work well is not a sign of mental health. When we see our own sins in other people, they make us cringe. Be honest with people all the time. It might not get you many friends, but it will get you the right ones. Don't forget what you learned if you lose. The Earth's pollution is just the outside sign of a deeper problem in people's minds. It's like a mirror for the millions of unconscious people who don't take responsibility for their own space. What makes someone happy is more important than what happens in their life. In anger, people lose their intelligence. Let's try to see the best in each other and point out the good things about them. This way of thinking makes you feel close right away, like you have a link. Everyone thinks stupid things sometimes, but smart people hide them. People need to change the way they think if they want to stay alive. Be who you show yourself to be. You must act on your desire if you want to succeed. You have to use what you know, not just know it. The best thing about something is that you can leave it alone. Observe without waiting for an answer means to be very alert all the time. Being smart and having no one else know about it is the most beautiful secret. Being kind with words builds trust. Being kind in your thoughts gives them meaning. Giving with kindness makes love. A real diplomat is someone who thinks about what they say before they speak. Being a friend is the only way to have one. Never think of someone as happy if they depend on other people or things. Smart people learn from those who hurt them too. Not being thankful is always a sign of weakness. I've never seen a good person not be thankful. Powerful people all over the world want change, reason, and giving up guns, but only against the enemy, not against each other. Stay in the moment at all times. Every state, and even every moment, is valuable in an endless way because it stands for all of existence. The man without a goal lets his fate happen to him. The man with a goal controls it. Nature knows what is right on its own and can't be taught. Nature doesn't like things that are too much. Someone who values safety over freedom will always be a slave. Being greedy means that someone wants something they don't have. On the other hand, envy is when someone is mad about what someone else has. Someone who knows more than you do not do anything better, which is strange. Fine words don't show who is telling the truth. Quiet actions do. No one who wins doubts, and no one who doubts wins. Do what you know you should do. Do what you know how to do. You will need a second chance yourself one day, so give it to everyone else. It's freedom to do what you want. Happiness is having fun at work. I protect and love 3 things very much. The first is love, the second is happiness, and the third is modesty. People who are loving are brave, people who are thrifty are kind, and people who are humble are able to lead. Getting together is the first step, living together is the next, and working together is the end goal. People must live in peace for the world to be at peace. Cities must not rise up against each other if people are to live in peace. To keep the peace in towns, people who live next to each other need to understand each other. If you want peace between friends, you first need to have peace in your own home. Peace must come from within for there to be peace in the home.